there, I'm Sally Stubbs, delighted to be speaking with you for these next few minutes. And this is my third in the series of top tips to assist you to deconstruct that negative inner dialogue. So, a couple of things to say in that I'm quite fed up of calling these top tips because they're really powerful. I mean, they're top banana. You email me and give me some ideas of what to call them rather than top tips. Don Juan, who's an amazing esoteric teacher, if you've ever come across his work, he would say that to achieve this was the most powerful thing you can achieve on your journey to becoming the warrior in your life. So do go and have a look on the internet at Don Juan. I'm sure you'll be interested. And to carry on from where we are, you do need to just quickly check out the first two of my short videos. So the links will come one side or the other of the screen. So I've been wondering about the title of this, Negative Inner Dialogues, and how to deconstruct them, which has made me think of an experience with my brother a couple of years ago. I was driving them at about 6 o'clock in the morning, my brother and a friend of his, to start a bike ride, and they had to be at the start at about 6 o'clock in the morning. So we're up before 5 and I make the full English breakfast, because you need that when you're riding a bike for 100 miles. And we were partway there when my brother's friend, sitting in the back of the car, and the bikes were loaded in the back, he'd suddenly lost something important that he needed, and it wasn't anywhere in his rucksack. So he had to turn all the way around, come back, try and find this piece of kit. He couldn't find the piece of kit, so we just had to load back in the car and set off again. And he was fiddling around in his rucksack and declared, "Found it!" So my brother and I are sitting in the front of the car, and I turn to my brother and I say, I wonder what his internal dialogue is like at this very moment. And he piped up from the back, "What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Internal dialogue." So my brother turned around and said, "What are you saying in your head to yourself?" "Oh, that," he said. "Yeah, I feel dreadful. I'm saying to myself, you're a beep, you're a beep beep, you're a beep beep." That's the negative internal dialogue, and it can make us feel awful, and it can stop us doing really good stuff in life. And this is the reason why it's worth you paying attention to these top tips and deconstructing your own inner negative dialogue. And then, but we'll move on to that, the mind doesn't like a vacuum, as we know that it needs something in its place. And so you then construct some self-affirming inner dialogues that you yourself will believe, and that's important. So simplistically, the exercise now is that you've been doing the first two, and they're not time consuming. They can take minutes. I keep on repeating. They are so powerful. They'll be so empowering of you and help you change your life if you just do these. So you were starting to deliberately and in control and choicefully bring up one or two of the negative inner dialogues that you know exist. The I can't, basically, I can't do this. If I do, I'll fail. If I do, whatever, people will think I'm stupid, or It goes on, and it so holds us up in our life. So before I just explain what you need to be doing next, I repeat, it isn't time consuming. I do want to say that strategies such as positive thinking, affirmations, certain types of meditation, certain types of relaxation, relax the mind, make it calm, they are not authentic, they are not lasting. They may last for an hour and a half or a day and a half, but that old muck is still there. And my example goes something like this. You have a damp patch on your wall and you put some nice clean fresh paint on the damp patch, and the paint dries and it's looking good for an hour and a half or a day and a half, but the damp is still there. And what we need to do is drill down and find out where that damp is coming from. And let's say, for example, we discover it's broken roof slates. So we need to remove the broken roof slates and replace them. And every now and again, all we need to do is just check that the roof slates are in place and then move on with life, celebrating life very differently without that stuff going on. So all that you need to do is to begin to drill down into your own negative inner dialogues, which do play on within the unconscious mind. Sometimes we're not even aware of them, we don't hear them. What we might do is feel maybe a knot in the stomach, or a churning in the stomach, or a blockage in the throat, or a numbness coming over us, rather than hear the dialogues that precede those uncomfortable feelings in our body. So what you need to begin to do, just take it easy, take it gently, is start bringing up, but almost like it's outside, the negative dialogues, listening for them, bringing them up, putting them outside in that space. And as I've said in the last video, it's really great if you can visualize it, so maybe see it written. And just keep digging down and bringing them up. You're getting more in control of them. And then you need to list them. And on the last short video clip, I was asking you to maybe just gently inquire, where could that particular piece of dialogue have come from? It's a message that probably imported into you when you were younger from one or several of the important big people in your life. Now, those negative inner dialogues will have either come from the outside, from an important big person in your life, or you've created it for yourself inside. Something like this: the big important person outside in your environment may frown, raise their eyebrows, tut and glare at you, and that's uncomfortable, sometimes even painful, and we create our own inner dialogue of those kind of experiences in life which say, I'd better not speak up. So then we become in life a shy person who doesn't speak up and doesn't speak their mind. So we created that particular kind of dialogue from our own self. So start just jotting them down in a notebook, take it easy, be gentle with yourself, and categorize those dialogues. Where did they come from? Did they come from outside, or did we create the message inside because of some experience that was going on in our life? Just start jotting them down and putting them into either of those categories. Where did that dialogue come from? And then on the next short video clip, the important part now, we're really drilling down. We found the broken tiles on the roof in that simple example. Now we're going to start working on how to deconstruct them so you no longer have them in your consciousness, and then to start replacing them with some positive inner dialogues. Thank you for listening. It's been great speaking with you, and I will talk with you again soon. Bye for now.